So definition of an entrepreneur is doing whatever it takes, even when times get tough. You see, entrepreneurs, they solve problems. So the bigger problem solver you are, the better you'll do in life. You know, they say that your bank account is indirect proportion to the amount of people that you've helped and indirect proportion to the size of the problem that you've solved. So entrepreneurship is doing whatever it takes. It's hustling, it's making contacts. It's, if you don't know how to do something, you gotta learn how to do it, you gotta find out how to do it. And entrepreneurship is, you know, we don't get paid a salary, we get paid on results. So entrepreneurship, really for me, is doing whatever it takes. Before we even talk about all the strategies, how to generate leads, I think the first thing is actually being committed. So a lot of people, they say they want to start a business, they say they want to become successful, but talk is cheap. So number one, you're going to make a commitment and say, hey, I'm deciding to do this and therefore I'm going to go with it. That's the first thing. Second, I think one of the biggest problems and mistakes that people make is they are passionate about their idea, but they've never tested their idea. So you need to test your idea as well. And the third thing, which I think is the biggest mistake that people make, is they think that they need to have money to start. Yes, that's true, but you also need to have other people's money to start. It's a concept called OPM. So when you start a business, ultimately you're gonna need finance from somewhere. So one of the best ways to get your message out there is to use what we call massive distribution platforms. So one of the biggest distribution platforms will be joint ventures or social media or anything that's online. And if you get things to go viral, there's three things that allow you things to go viral. Number one is if someone goes, wow, your content's great. Or number two is if someone shares it, it makes them look good. Or number three, that they keep seeing it over and over and over again. So you can create a lot of buzz marketing around your business, and that's what allows you to spread your message a lot quicker. But the idea is if you change whatever your product or service is and you turn it into a model, like if you look at 7 Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen Covey, he's created it into a model, and that's why it's a #1 New York Times best-selling book all the time, because it's created into a model that now other people can consume and teach other people. As long as you make it easy for people to spread, that's how your message can get massive distribution. Number one trait I see in all successful entrepreneurs is their ability to implement things really, really fast. You see, most people when they learn something, they'll say something like, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll do it when I'm ready. And the problem with that is if you do it then, you'll never be able to fail fast. And that's the whole point of success, is you've got to figure out what doesn't work and just not do it again. Like Thomas Edison, right? He invented the light bulb, 10,000 attempts. So the secret I see that with a lot of successful people is that they just do it, and it's nothing special. It's not some superpower. It's just the ability to just take something and do it quick and implement it. Because when you do that, you fail quick. The quicker you fail, the more you learn what not to do, and the faster you can get to results. So that is the #1 trait that I've seen from successful entrepreneurs. If I was to start all over again from scratch, is to get the education, because you don't know what you don't know. Like, how do you know if a business idea is good? How do you know if an opportunity is good to invest in? I think a lot of people, they go into business, they just go, hoo-ha into it. And the problem with that is that, you don't know what you're doing. With the right informed decision, a lot of people say that business is risky. Well, it's not if you know what you're doing. You've got to take those calculated risks. As an entrepreneur, we're always looking for opportunities. We're always looking for what's great and what has that trend and possibility. With the right contacts, with who you know, with who knows you and who they know, that allows you to build that whole picture. And that comes from educating yourself. You're going to have a more informed decision on what opportunities to take and what opportunities not to take. The most valuable asset of becoming an entrepreneur is the ability to sell. Whether you're selling your company, whether you're selling your vision, whether you're selling your team, whether you're selling your partner, whether you're selling your board of directors. As entrepreneurs, we always have to hustle, we always have to, say yes and figure out how later. That's exactly what Richard Branson said, right? So it's having that ability to not only just sell your products and services, but to sell yourself, to sell your company, to sell your values, to sell your vision, and also to sell your team, to have everybody on board, because sales and leadership, they all come hand in hand. Once a culture is united, then the company can grow further and quicker. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, then you have to have that ability to sell and have that leadership to inspire others in your team. Nothing ever happens in your comfort zone, because it's a nice place, but nothing ever grows there. So the way you push your limits, the way you get to that next level, is you can't push yourself unless you know how far you're willing to go. That's why when you have problems in your life, you look back in your life, you go, I can't believe that was so stupid, because you start to outgrow your problems. So whatever you want to do, whatever you're scared of doing, try it. do it and see how that pushes you, because how do you know how far you can push yourself if you've never even tried it? A lot of people say there's no time. If it's important to you enough, you'll make time. That's all you got to do. Like, if you think of all the time you waste doing the things that you don't want to do, and you waste your time doing all an entertainment, if all you did was just wake up an hour early and go to bed an hour later to do the things that you want to do, you create another 30 days in your life. So when people say to me they don't have enough time, what they're really saying is they're not committed, or they don't have a better way of creating time. Another way to get more time is to create better systems. When people they don't create systems like this, there's a good system. You can put everything onto here, hit a button and systemize the whole process. But a lot of people are trying to do everything themselves. That's why they don't have enough time. You see, it's all about leverage. So if you want to get more time, you got to make the time. I always say to people that focus on the lessons that were learned. Sometimes you got to fail fast to get to where you want to get to faster. Sometimes people just, they get hit hard and they stay down. And what's that saying with Rocky? It's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit and get back up and keep moving forward. And I believe that's what business and entrepreneurship and success is about. It's about knowing what it is that you want to do, and then every single time start thinking about the lessons that I've learned. So what does this mean? If I do this, and if this happened to me, what lessons can I learn from this? And when you can get those lessons, you can move past that. That's how you keep moving forward. Why become an entrepreneur? Why not? You see, most people go to school, they get a job, and they work for somebody else. When you become an entrepreneur, you work for yourself, you become your own boss. And if you become your own boss, you have your own time frame, you can work when you want, wherever you want, with whoever you want. Sometimes when you work in a job, you're stuck in a place, in an office, you have to go to work every single day, you have 20 days holiday. That's not really living, is it? That's more existing. So entrepreneurship is about doing something you're passionate about, that you want to do every single day, and you live life on your own terms. That's why you should become an entrepreneur.